Hey, it's handcrafted by Jason Cooper here with another DIY video for you today. If you've ever been to an oil change place or the dealership to have some service done and they tell you you need a new engine air filter, well, let me tell you, that's something that's usually very simple to change, something you can do yourself, and it's usually a $15 or $20 part, but they're going to charge you $50 or more to change it out. So you can save yourself 30 bucks or so by doing it yourself. I'm going to do mine right now. This is on a 2010 Toyota Sienna minivan, but it's very similar on most models of vehicle. So if this isn't exactly the one for your vehicle, do a little more searching and maybe you can find one that is. But again, it's going to be roughly the same procedure, very similar process, and only varies slightly from vehicle to vehicle. So stop by Walmart or a parts store and get the air filter that you need for your vehicle. You have to look it up on their little online systems. Car parts stores online can help you look that up too and find what you need, and you can pick it up there as well. But once you have it, it's a pretty simple process. Let me show you. All right, so this is my 2010 Toyota Sienna with the 3.5 liter V6. Pardon the sunshine here, that's going to make it a little harder to see, but your engine air filter is in this little compartment. The air for your engine comes in an intake here just under the hood, goes in through, the air comes up through the filter and then into the engine. So when you get this open, there might be some crud down in this bottom part that is settled out, that got sucked in but couldn't get through the filter but was heavy enough to fall down, leaves and bugs and stuff like that. And you can clean that all out once you get it open. But all you got to do is pop this off, slide the old filter out, put the new filter in, and you're good to go. There's a couple things to be aware of. This particular vehicle, there's two tabs on the end here, if you can see those, if it's not too bright. So I can point at them with this. Right here's one, and then right here is one. Those sit down underneath this tab and hold this side of this compartment down. And then over on this side, you've got a tab here that sits in the slot, and there's one on the back side the same way. And then there's two nuts, one here, or two bolts, one here, and one exactly on the opposite side. I can't quite get the camera back there to see it, but to do that one by feel. But you undo those and pop this open and good to go. Now in my case, I'm actually gonna pop off these little tubes just because I know they get in the way when I do this. I just got to remember to put them back in the same way. If you're a little unsure about that, you should be able to leave them on and do it. Worst case scenario, take a picture with your cell phone so you know where they go back, and then you can just reverse the process when you do this. So let me set up the camera here and get this going. In the case of the Sienna, there's a 10mm nut right there, or bolt, and one on the opposite side. And they're real easy to get off. This one I already loosened, but you might need a ratchet, 10mm socket, and extension to get to this backside. But once it comes loose, you can just loosen it up a little bit. It won't come all the way out. You don't want it to. It will stay there, which is fine. So you're gonna have to reach back, kind of do the other one by feel, since you can't really see that. Probably the hardest part of this is just getting that other, there it is, found it. Okay, put the socket on there. All right, make sure that's loose. Oh, that was already loose. Okay, once it's loosened, you can drop your extension back there and probably lose it for good. But it's loose, I can reach back here and do the rest with my fingers. All right, there it comes. I'll dig that extension out later. All right, so it should be loose. Oh, not quite. Got to go a little farther until it doesn't grab anymore. Make sure that one's all the way up. Okay, yep, definitely loose. And like I said, I'm going to pop these off. You don't need to do that, but it just gives me a little more flexibility with this here. Okay, so like I said, there's two tabs on this end that hold this end down, and it just kind of like tilts in place, pivots up and down. You line these things up on this side. So lift it up gently, pull it kind of towards your right side here, and there you can see the filter under there, and just kind of work it out. It's a little tight, but it will come see all the crap and dust coming out of this one. There you go. You can see how dirty this one was. Definitely needed to replace. Pretty worn through. So we're going to get the new one out. I'm going to keep that oriented. These filters, at least on this vehicle, notice they got the rounded corners. But this corner is less rounded, okay? And that fits right here in this kind of bottom left. Well, I guess it'd be the bottom right as I'm looking at it. And so when we take the new one out, which in this case is going to be another Fram, I got this at Walmart, 15 or 20 bucks, 9360 for the 2010 Sienna, but yours might be different if you have a year, model year. You're going to see basically the same thing. And the white on this, in this one anyway, again, different brand, might be a little bit different, but the little white gasket goes up, and this little sharper corner goes right here. So now we just got to work this one in. And if you do have a bunch of crap down in there, take a vacuum or reach down with a hand and just pull it out. I really don't have much down there, so I'm just gonna slide this in best you can while lifting this up with your other hand. And you kind of have to lift, like, not just pivot it, but kind of lift from the center until you can get that filter to settle down in there. There we go. And you just want to make sure it's settled down all the way around as best you can. And this is where we're gonna put those two tabs on the end here in these notches. Line those up. Does not want to go in. Come on, you can do it. Okay, there we go. And I should be able to pivot this down. Yep, this tab lined up, back one lined up, bolts lined up. Now we just reverse the process, although I dropped my thing. I'm gonna have to find another 10mm. Hold on here.
1 hour later.
All right, well, I found my 10mm. I had dropped back behind there. Took me a little while. Just another little pointer. There's a wire on the top of this where the air comes out of the intake here, or into the intake, I should say, out of the filter box here. And you can actually pull this off, and that might give you a little more room working with this, just like I pulled these hoses off here. Just don't forget to put it back in place. You just pry up that little top part, clip slides right out. If you do drop it back there, good luck. It's probably just sitting right down here, but you might end up having to take this off to reach back there, like I did, in order to get it pulled back out of there. So try not to drop your extension back there. Anyway, now we just got to reverse the process, and there's just the two bolts on this end. I can do it by hand first. Sometimes I don't want to bite. This one finally did. Okay, good. And these do not need to be cranked very tight, just firm. Okay. And reach back carefully without dropping your extension. And get it on that back bolt. There we go. Carefully. All right. Get started by hand, or by without using the ratchet. There we go. It's getting stiffer now. Boy. Nope, I slip off, slipped off. Of course, let's try that again. You know how it is, it always goes perfect the first time, right? Where's that stupid, there it is, okay. Doing things by feel, gotta love it. Okay. There we go. Again, just tighten it till firm. You don't need to over tighten those. They're just in plastic, so you would just ultimately just either strip them out or break them. And that's it. Like I said, I took these off, so I'm gonna put these back on, make sure they're good. If you did the same, you need to do the same as well. Just gives you a little bit more room to work with that. And that is it. You can, like I said, you save yourself a little bit of money, and your problem is solved, and you feel real good about yourself. Hey, I fixed my car. And that's it. That's it for this video. Again, you can do this yourself, save yourself 30, 40, 50 bucks, and you can get the job done. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Check out the other videos that I have, and stop by my website at woodwork.cooperjason.com. Thanks for watching.